I'm on Facebook. A friend of mine posted something, and she's got some troll on there supporting Marxism, bashing capitalism. That's what they do, you know. If you support a president, you know, you're a Trump supporter, you're just evil. So anything you have to say doesn't matter. Hey, socialists, Marxists, murdered members of my family. The people on the street right now, the Marxists, the BLM people who admit that they're Marxists, they're out there bashing shit, ruining people's lives, attacking people, innocent people, beating them up. It's all sucker punches, you know. And the same people, they're out there saying, you know, defund the police. A lot of them are saying abolish the police. We've been over this already, you know. They come from the same side that, you know, doesn't want you to have a gun. And they're just useful idiots. And the crazy thing is they're not even thinking, because the leftists, right, the politicians, the blue cities, the blue states, where they're cracking down with the mask and everything, they let these people out on the streets. Didn't break it up, didn't send in the National Guard from the jump, didn't allow the police to do their job from the jump. But it was okay. You can't open your business, you got to wear a mask everywhere, but these people can congregate, set up their own little autonomous areas and everything. That's okay. You know why? Because those politicians, they're so sinister, they knew that those people would become more contagious. We get more positive tests on the COVID thing. That's sinister, man. That's sinister. Using their own people as guinea pigs, because it's going to both support an agenda that they support, which is chaos, so that you ask for more help from government. Saul Alinsky right there. And at the same time, get more people sick, so more people test positive, so they can use that to help squash the economy, because they think it's going to affect Trump in a negative way during the next election. It's not going to. Because the rest of us are watching this, and we're going, this is all orchestrated, you know? So, I don't know. And those of you who think that, like, Europe is socialist, those countries are socialist countries, they're not. They actually all run on capitalism. They're all market-based economies. The difference is they spend more money in their countries on social programs. But you can't compare those countries individually to the United States. I mean, I'm in Los Angeles. Los Angeles County has 10 or 12 million people in it. That's more people than some of the countries in Europe. And Europe doesn't need to spend much. Matter of fact, Europe's been ripping us off for years. And Trump, he embarrassed them publicly on television. We had that UN meeting, and they were goofing on him. And Germany was giving them some grief. They wanted more money from us for protection against Russia. And Trump's like, well, wait a second. You got a pipeline that nobody knew about going from Russia to Germany. You're making a deal with them for fuel, but you're asking us for money to protect you from these people? It doesn't make sense. And right at that moment, it was over. And he got the UN, all those countries in the UN, to kick in what they were supposed to be paying. They haven't been paying their 2% GDP. So yeah, they got more money to spend on social programs. They also don't need to spend, you know, as much money on their militaries, because the United States has been their police force for them, helping them for decades. If they had to spend money on their own militaries, if they had to deal with Russia on their own, they wouldn't have all those social programs. You know? Turn your thinking caps on. But they're all market-based economies. The Norwegians, the Swiss, Denmark, I mean, they get pissed when they hear people in America say that they're just socialist countries. And Poland, they're fucking badass. And they're not even letting Muslims in their country. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a lot of misinformed stuff being spewed out there. And you know, it's not even worth arguing with these people because they've just been programmed. They don't ever read anything outside. It's all confirmation bias with them. And by the way, I don't get all my information from Fox News. I don't even watch Fox News. On Saturdays, I like to watch Greg Gutfeld because he's friggin' hysterical and poignant and makes really good points in a fun, funny way. But I don't watch that channel. And I actually, on social media, I'll read CNN and everything. And that's how I'm able to get and also alternative stuff, which often proves to be more accurate than everything else. And real medical journals. And I talk to doctors And I've got 4 doctor clients. I got a new friend that's a doctor who's came in here today. I got friends running hospitals. I'm talking to people. What I hear from people who are dealing with it versus what the news puts out is crazy. It's crazy. It's the differences. And just so you understand, the new cases with the COVID, that doesn't mean anything. It's like saying Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. It doesn't mean anything. It's just more people are being tested. The more tests that we get that come back positive, the mortality rate goes down even further. The hospitals are not overflowing. They're not dying in droves. Yes, it's real. People die. We've been over this already. I'm not saying it's not a real thing. But we didn't need those hospital ships. We didn't need all those ventilators. We didn't need these makeshift MASH type hospitals. They were all disbanded. So, you know, there's a lot of nonsense going on right now. We got to get through it. You got to bear with it. You got to put your fucking face mask on when you go into places, whatever. But just know you're being played, and you're lied to all the time. And I just had to do a little rant there. Have a good day. Be good Americans. Stop taking shit. Don't back down. When you're confronted with an idiot who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, school them. It's your job. Have a good day. 4th of July is coming up. I don't know what the hell that's going to mean.